pyramids of Giza, the Grand Canyon of Arizona, the Parthenon of Greece, and Glacier Bay of Alaska. These are ultimate destinations that hundreds strive a lifetime to see. Who can ever describe Glacier Bay? It is chilling, awe-inspiring, historical, phenomenal. It is unbelievable. In 1778, when Captain Cook sailed past the entrance to present Glacier Bay, all that was visible was a monstrous tongue of ice extending into Icy Strait. When George Vancouver sailed here in 1794, the ice had receded into the bay approximately 4 miles. In 1879, when the famed naturalist John Muir made his first of 7 trips to Alaska, the ice had retreated 15 miles further into the bay. And now to the terminus of Marjorie Glacier in Tar Inlet, we travel approximately 80 miles from Icy Strait. Within Glacier Bay, the first 2 glaciers we will see will be Reed and Lamplugh. And on into Tar Inlet to the crowning point of the day, the magnificent Marjorie Glacier. This icy wilderness provides us mortals with a blended experience of utter joy and reflective contemplation. If you're feeling small and overwhelmed, let's put it into perspective. Miss Liberty stands 150 feet from base to torch. Superimposed upon Marjorie, she still isn't as high as the spires of the glacier. Can you see her? As glacial ice meets salt water, it melts and falls into the sea, creating large chunks known as brash. The density of this ice absorbs all the colors of the spectrum, but it reflects blue. Adjacent to Marjorie is the massive Grand Pacific Glacier, the virtual trunk of the entire bay. Grand Pacific appears dirty because the ice that is visible is embedded with rock and moraine. But don't miss this giant, it too is awesome. As we retrace our path from the bay, we see evidence of cyclical glacier retreat. Presently, the glaciers are retreating much faster than they are advancing. Near the tip of Russell Island, we'll take a peek into Johns Hopkins Inlet and the glacier with the same name. Seals pup in here, so we don't go in often, but take a look at this roaring silted waterfall and this beautiful glacier. Come with me on a bird's eye view of Glacier Bay. We'll look down on crevasses and a wonderland of ice. As we leave Glacier Bay and enter Icy Strait, we pass Brady Glacier, move into Cross Sound, and into the Gulf of Alaska, where we pass La Perouse, the only glacier that flows into the Gulf. Some ships may turn in at Yakutat Bay and travel all the distance into Disenchantment Bay and up to the beautiful Hubbard Glacier. If you're fortunate, as you look northwest, you might catch a glimpse of Mount St. Elias, 18,000 feet and seldom visible. Hubbard is one of the biggest glaciers in Alaska, and it's still growing. It flows 76 miles from Mount Logan in Canada. It's 6.5 miles wide, about 400 feet above the water and about 200 feet below. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed, let's take a look at Miss Liberty again, and you can see that this glacier is even bigger than Marjorie. Glaciers supersede national boundaries, ideologies, politics, and religion. There is indeed something spiritual about them. As we visit the Cathedral of the North, we are intrigued by the rhapsody of it all. We are vividly reminded that first and always we are spiritual beings, and this life we live is merely a fleeting human experience.